This conference will now be recorded.
Sir, yesterday recorded video I did not receive, sir. Where I can see?
I have not uploaded the yesterday's videos because there was not much technical information in that. It was introduction and then we started a little bit of introduction about Linux. So I have started recording now, and this one I will upload. And I can do the same
Okay,
thing. What?
okay, sir.
Yeah, I can do the same thing again. Whatever part we have covered yesterday.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so you're able to see the screen. You can go to this link virtualbox.org/wiki/downloads. In this, you are need to click this one, Windows host. The people who are all using Windows. Anybody is there who's using Linux as your desktop? Okay, no problem.
No, sir.
So if nobody is using, everybody can download this first one. In case if you are using Linux, so you can go here in Linux distribution, and according to your distribution, you can download it from here. It's with rhel 9, rhel 8, rhel 7, rhel 6, or Ubuntu 22.04, 20.04, 19.10, or 18.10. Before I could cancel, it's already downloaded. So anything you can download. So this one you are going to download, and you can see the link below. It shows https://download.virtualbox.org/virtualbox/6.1.36 virtualbox one number version number, and then .exe. So that's a exe file it's going to download, and you are going to double click and install it simply the way you install a normal software. In the same way you need to install this as well. So that's the one thing. You can go ahead and install it. And let me get back to the Linux slide. So the screen is visible, it seems.
Yes, sir, visible.
Yeah, thank you. So yesterday we have covered a little bit of what is called Linux. So I'll repeat that again, the same thing, so that it can be get recorded and you can utilize that later. Okay, before I do that, I just wanted to hear from you guys. Who all have gone after the session? Who all have gone on Google and checked about it? What is Linux? And some of you I have given to some of you I have given some work as well. So I just wanted to hear from you guys before I proceed further. Come on, guys. Prasanna, Kranti, Tanesha, Prasad, Venkata, Sandeep, Karuna, Ajit.
Yeah, sir.
So yes, you have tried what you have tried. What you've checked on internet. What knowledge you are able to get out of it. I want to hear from you guys.
The Linux is used by root administrator who and it has limited access to all the Linux user, so it is more secure. So all the access will be under root administrator only. Only some privileges or only some limited access to all the users, Linux users.
Okay. Okay.
So
Good try.
modifications. So anything, so it is less affected by viruses.
Okay. Thank you, Ajit. Good try. Anyone else?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Kran.
Line
You are saying something, but I'm not able to hear you. Is it audible to anyone?
No, not audible.
Yeah. Kranti, you are not audible. Okay. Anyone else? I heard just only from one person.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Prasad.
Linux is an operating system. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it is an open source operating system, and also we have to use many ways. It is not a free of cost, and it is the most secure. That's all, sir.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
Good
I'll
morning,
correct
sir.
that. Good morning.
Operating system is used in yum command, yum,
Mm-hmm.
and repository also.
Mm-hmm.
Repository is a collection of software placed at the common place.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, Yeah, that's it, sir.
Okay.
Good
Who
morning,
other?
sir.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Good
Linux is the
morning.
operating system.
Mm-hmm.
Linux is the open source and community development operating system.
Mm-hmm.
And Linux is a Unix and like open source.
Mm-hmm.
Linux OS
Okay.
manages the hardware resources,
Okay.
launches and handles applications.
Okay.
That's it, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Good morning,
So,
sir.
yeah. Good morning, Kranti. Go ahead.
Sorry, sir, for network
No
issue.
problem. Yeah. No problem. Go ahead.
So, Linux means why we are calling a secure, no, sir? Linux means
Hmm.
the difference between Windows and Linux means Linux have injected less Valmer attacks.
Okay. Why?
In Windows attacking, sir,
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. And
injecting
Windows.
the light. Windows are not attacking very eyes in Windows. Malware attacks and phishing, those like attacks.
In Windows, it is more, or in Linux, it is more. What you're trying to say? I just wanted to know.
Windows, sir. Windows,
Okay.
Windows. Windows
Mm-hmm.
is more, sir.
Okay. In Linux, it is less.
That's why we are calling Linux. Linux is secure.
So in Linux, phishing is less, attack is less. That is why we are calling
Yes,
secure, or this is secure, and
yes,
that
sir.
is why there is less phishing or less attack. Which one you are saying?
Linux only secure, sir. It's a less attacks, sir.
Secure. That is why less attack,
Yes, sir.
or less attack. That is why it's secure.
Yes, sir.
They are two different things. You are saying yes, sir, in both the things.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. No problem. So yesterday I've given some work to do to somebody. I don't remember the name. Can you tell me like what all things you have checked?
Karuna sir.
Yes, Karuna, tell me.
Windows 11 lab desktop processor వచ్చేసి 11th generation internal RAM 8 GB system
Mm-hmm.
type 64-bit operating system
Mm-hmm.
version 21H2.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
What is the operating system? What is the operating
64-bit
system you are using? The name of the
64-bit
operating system. Name of the operating system.
desktop sir.
No, that's not the name of operating system. Desktop is interface what you are using as a computer. Some people may use laptop, but having desktop or having laptop is not the operating system. Operating system will be Windows, but I want which version of Windows you are using. I want you to know which version of Windows you are using.
11th Windows.
Windows 11.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Okay. How do you know you are using Windows 11?
I,
I'm asking, how do you know that you are using Windows 11? How you got to know?
sir,
Yes, Karuna, tell me. So, Karuna, are you going to tell that how you have got to know, which is how you got to know that you are using Windows 11, or you are searching?
yes, sir.
You are searching, or you are going to tell? Yes, sir. Is for which question, sir?
Sir,
Yes. At least you need to tell me that what you are trying to do. If you are searching, okay. If you are not going to tell, okay. If you don't know, okay, okay. But at least tell something. Simply sitting silence will not work here.
no, sir.
Here we are not in a class. It's not your classroom. It's a session which I am presenting, and you are also participating in that. It's two-way session. It's not one-way session. Obviously, most of the time I will give the presentation. Okay, let me proceed with what is Linux here. So in this presentation, you can see that Linux is an open source operating system. So open source operating system, what I have explained yesterday is like the source code will be open, and everybody will have access to the source code, and according to license, anybody can pick the code, and according to license, they can modify and reuse it and redistribute it or sell it, whatever you can say, but has to be compliant with the license. And after modifying it, if license permits for selling it or for redistributing it, you can make the changes and you can sell it according to you, and after modifying the license again. So that's the one privilege of open source here, we can say that. So next thing I can see that what an operating system consists of. Your operating system will have lots of things. So uh, Prasanna Kumar, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I want you to tell me that
Yes.
when you turn on your desktop or laptop, so from that time frame till you are getting the desktop, till you are able to see the desktop, what are all windows you have gone through? I mean, what are all the screen it changes to? Can you tell me at least what you remember?
Yeah, Windows 11, sir.
Okay, okay, but Windows 11, when you turn on, what it will show?
Then turn on.
Yeah, I have turned on my laptop. It immediately doesn't show Windows 11. Correct.
Yes, sir.
So what was the first display you are able to see there? That's my question.
Yeah, icon, desktop only icon.
A desktop icon you will be seeing when you are waking up from the sleep. But let's say if you're not
Uh,
waking up from the sleep, you have shut down your laptop.
shut down, shut down
Yeah.
laptop.
And then if you are turning on the power button, that at that time what you will be able to see? What do you see there? Okay, no problem. Next person,
Yes.
Tanisha. The same question is to you. Did you got the question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me know what do you see when you turn on the desktop or laptop? I
No, sir.
will. My question will be all related practical works. I'm not going to ask any theory question. When there is a theory, I will inform you as well. So don't worry about that. Here I'm asking a practical, like when you turn on your laptop, what are all things you going to see in your laptop? What is the first window you will get? Before the windows also there will be a screen, and it will flashes you, and then it goes uh, away, and it's start making a circle with the dots, and after that it loads the windows and it show you the lock screen, and after showing the lock screen you give the password and it shows you the desktop with full of icons.
Yes, sir.
So Prasad,
Sir,
what do you see there
when
when you turn on your? Yeah.
when I turn on my system, first I will see the laptop name and welcome to Microsoft
Okay.
Microsoft
Yeah.
Windows 11. Then
Mm-hmm.
the screen will open. I will enter my password. Then my system
Mm-hmm.
will be open.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Prasanna. uh we'll go to Prasad is done, Tanisha is done, Prasanna is done. Okay, we'll go to Venkata, Surendra. Venkata, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So when you turn on the laptop, what do you see? There's a first screen and then how it proceeds further.
Started power on button and it's
Hmm.
showing and it's a login. Login and
Mm-hmm.
started a Windows. Starting a Windows 11 and after the password requested.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, fine, no problem. Yep, thanks, Venkat. Sandeep?
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Sandeep. Go ahead, tell me.
Yeah. Start on power button.
Hmm.
Start on power button. Log into Windows. Set as
Directly you
password.
log in.
No, sir.
Then before logging
Login
is
password.
some.
Login
Yeah,
password.
yeah. Mm-hmm. But before login
Op-
password, it will give you something,
Open.
correct?
Open Windows. Yes, sir.
Okay, just wait for a minute. I'll be back. Yep, sorry guys. So how far we have reached? Who was explaining? Venkat, okay. Sandeep, are you done with the explanation? I think yes. Okay. Karuna?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. You need to tell that what do you see when you turn on your desktop or laptop? The screen. I'll tell you why I'm asking this question.
Power, power on the power button.
Yes. After powering on, what do you see?
Rag in Microsoft open.
Okay.
Create password of
Create password.
laptop.
Uh-huh. Okay, what I will say is I am going to be here and I do
Can I
see
tell you, sir?
one. Please wait, Kranti. Let's finish Karuna. Okay, I will explain Karuna. Okay,
Okay.
wait. Ajit, do you have any idea?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Windows
go
will
ahead, tell me.
first starts booting up, sir. It
Mm-hmm.
means it checks for any available operating system is there or not, and it also
Mm-hmm.
checks for the hardware configuration where motherboard, all the components are ready to use.
Mm-hmm.
Then it loads some system files, program files, checks for and log files.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, and then it prompts for a password to type. Then it logins.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have to type the username and password.
Okay.
Then the system turns. We can see the all the desktop icons,
Mm-hmm.
and we can access.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Uh,
Yeah. Thank you. Next is Kranti. Yes, you can say now. Kranti, you wanted to say something? Kranti Kumar. Okay, no problem. I think he has gone on mute. So the reason for me to ask this question is like there are several stages in Linux, or there are several stages in the operating system, and I wanted you to know, I wanted you to see that, and then okay, let me ask you for an exercise. I will be here. So how many people has joined? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. So there are eight people. So what I'm asking you, if you are using your personal laptop and if you are in a position that you can restart your laptop, then I will suggest log off from this meeting, restart your laptop and see what are all things it's showing you, and after that you log in and then come back again. If you have your laptop available with you, then come back and then explain it again, that what are all things you have seen. I will wait for I'll wait for the time. So who are all going to do that?
I am doing, sir.
Okay, Prasad is doing.
Now we have to restart, sir.
Yes, I'm asking you to do it now.
Okay, okay. I'm also.
Okay, okay. Go ahead, do that. I'll wait here. Prasad and Ajit are doing. Remaining people are doing.
Sir.
Okay, go ahead and do the Prasanna. Tanisha, Surendra, Sandeep, Karuna.
Yes, sir.
Doing, sir. Doing, sir.
Doing.
Okay.
I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Sir,
Yes, Kranti.
sorry, sir. Network issue. There is no.
Mm-hmm. No problem. So,
when
you got my
okay,
question?
sir. Okay, I know, sir. When I enter the power
Mm-hmm.
button, we show the Dell or any company, sir,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
logo,
Mm-hmm.
display
Yeah,
in the
sure.
logos.
Mm-hmm.
In some time, 2 or 3 minutes, or 10 seconds after, it will show the Windows, sir. By using the
Mm-hmm.
gmail.com sign in password or pin. We enter the pin means directly will show the Linux or we install the Windows like that, sir.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Fine.
And icons are displayed in the right side, left side, sir.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Fair enough.
Uh, okay, sir.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. So, Tanisha, are you doing?
Sorry, sir, I don't have any laptop. It will
You don't
come
have.
tomorrow, sir. I ordered it. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
sir. 1 week
Okay.
I have ordered it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, no problem.
Yeah, thank you,
Prasad,
sir.
are you done?
Yes, sir, I will done, sir.
Okay. Surendra, Venkata Surendra, you are done?
Yes, sir. I will done, sir.
No, you have done. You have restarted the system, or you are going to restart your system. There are two questions. Are you going to restart your system, or
Yes, sir.
have you
I
already
will log
restarted?
in the class. I will send class login in mobile, sir.
We
So,
are restarting the system, sir.
okay, okay. When you are done, let me know. Sandeep and Karuna, are you done restarting the system? Okay, so what I wanted you to get to know from this exercise is, please restart the system and get to know or observe what are all things, what are all the screen it's going through, and then tell me that which screen you are able to see at what time. At least what are all the screen it's showing you.
Yes, sir. After I will restart the system, I will see the laptop company logo and,
Mm-hmm.
and buffering.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will show the monitor. They have the logo, Microsoft logo.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will enter my password
Mm-hmm.
and displaying all the icons.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fine. Prasad, okay, good. Next.
Sir.
Yes, Surendra, tell me.
I started a window.
Mm-hmm.
I started a power on button. It's showing in the company logo,
Mm-hmm.
and after is the Windows Boot Manager. Choose an operating system to start or press tab or select
So you have
to
multiple
specify
operating
an.
system.
Sir?
So you have multiple operating system in your desktop or laptop.
No, sir. My laptop is Windows 7, sir.
So why it's asking you to choose an operating system?
It's starting.
Okay, no problem. Go ahead. We'll see that later. Okay, who is going to explain next?
Sir Prasanna, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Sir, when I will start the login to the I think whenever touch the power button, then we can see the company laptop logo.
Mhm.
After
Are you
that, we can
showing
see
company
the
laptop logo?
yes, sir.
Okay,
Dell.
okay, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. After that, we'll see the Windows icons. Windows icon and under the refresh.
Mhm.
After that, we'll see the lock screen, sir.
Mhm.
Whenever enter button, then you can see the username.
Mhm.
Enter the password. Then after that, I can see the desktop icons.
Mhm.
That's all.
Okay, okay, good. Yeah,
Okay, thank you, sir.
thanks. Ajit, Kranti, and Karuna. I think Kranti has explained it. Karuna and Ajit are remaining.
Yeah, sir. When I restarted,
Mhm.
then loading that circle is came, and then
Mhm.
it laptop company Lenovo.
Mhm.
I Lenovo is displayed.
Mhm.
Then again loading setup is loading circle files is
Mhm.
displayed. Then
Mhm.
after some time blank screen,
Mhm.
then blue screen is there displayed.
Mhm.
As I'm using Windows 8, again time, date, and network symbol and battery symbol is displayed with
Mhm. Mhm.
user logo.
Mhm.
Then I have typed the password. Then desktop is ready.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
In that,
Good.
loading files when it is blank screen
Mhm.
system. That
Okay. Yeah. Fine. Fair enough.
Hi, sir.
Yes, Karuna. Tell me.
After restart laptop,
Mhm.
is available company logo
Mhm.
and 10 seconds are black screen. After
Mhm.
I laptop install anyone is showing. That's it.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Everybody is done explaining, or anybody is still there pending to explain it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Go ahead. Tell me.
I'm restarted, sir. Laptop.
Mhm.
Click on the power button.
Mhm.
Open the black screen 10 seconds.
Mhm.
Showing company logo.
Mhm.
Enter the password.
Mhm.
Open the screen. That's
Okay. So now everybody knows about Windows booting process, or any Linux with any desktop or laptop with Windows, what all the screen you are going to see. Okay. So let me name it when you see the screen. That means, like, let me tell the name of the screens whenever you see that. What is the meaning of it? Okay. So the meaning of that is, like, whenever you see the screen for 10 seconds, and that shows you the logo of the company name of the laptop brand. Actually, that's not the brand of, that's not the um, uh, okay, in all of you cases, it's coming as a laptop brand. If you're using Dell PC, it's showing you the Dell, but actually that may not be the case. The reason is that showing you may or may not be the case, because that's showing you the vendor of the BIOS. Actually, first screen used to be BIOS screen for you. Okay, so BIOS loads whenever, as soon as you pressed your power button to restart your PC, there is a software already installed in your computer, or I can say that's firmware. Firmware is a piece of software which somebody installs into a hardware, and when you turn on the PC, that hardware comes up first. First of all, that firmware comes up and check all your existing hardware, whether that is there or not. The minimal hardware which is required to turn on your minimal information thing. What I'm trying to say here is, let's say you are turning on your PC, and for you, what are all minimum thing is required? At least your CPU should run, and at least your mouse keyboard should run. Even though if your mouse keyboard is not running, no problem, but at least your monitor should run. So firmware, what will do, it will check whether your monitor is connected on anywhere or not. If it's connected, it will initialize the driver of that particular monitor, and then on that particular monitor, it will show you all the information. Either it's going in BIOS or it's not going in BIOS. I'm still at the first window, whatever you have seen, and you are saying that that's the company logo. In fact, I'm before that also. I'm just in a fraction of second. Everything happens in a fraction of second. It checks all your laptop configuration, existing hardware, and after checking the hardware, it gathered the information of that hardware. And there are several information which has already been feeded by the vendor. Let's say you have Dell laptop, or let's say you have Lenovo laptop, so, or you have HP laptop or any laptop. So that XYZ vendor has already feeded the information that at which register level or at which port you have connected your USB drive or your monitor or your XYZ hardware, which are all registered level it has been connected, and that information your BIOS will gather and it will keep it to himself. After that, when it starts moving the circle, before that itself, before start booting the circle or before getting to the circle, there is something called bootloader. Bootloader comes into the picture. That's the bootloader. You are able to see that in screen that it consists of bootloader. Okay, so that's the bootloader. Here we will see in Linux, we will see the bootloader. What is that bootloader actually? Okay, and what is the name of that particular bootloader? For Linux, there are several bootloaders. Comes grub2, Lilo, or there are further other bootloaders as well present currently. But in Windows, you don't see that bootloader stage at all. So what happened is like, what is a bootloader? What it does? Actually, in your hard disk, there is a place where you mark the flag, and that flag tells to the BIOS that this is the portion where this bootloader has been installed. So whenever you put any hard disk, whenever you put any pen drive, and you are booting from the PC, and let's say you have selected your hard disk, or let's say you have selected your pen drive to boot from, then it will check whether that's bootable or not. If that's bootable, what is a bootloader? then it will start loading the bootloader. And when it will start loading the bootloader will get the information from the BIOS, that what is the existing hardware is present there, what is the configuration present there, and with the same configuration, it's going to load the operating system. Before loading, so who is loading the operating system here currently? Bootloader. So first of all, bootloader is going to get the information from the BIOS, and after getting the information from the BIOS, it loads the, there are several stages. Now also there are several stages in your Linux which comes into the picture. But in Windows, I will say that it's going to load the bootloader. Sorry, it's going to load the operating system. In Linux, it loads the kernel, it loads the driver. Uh, Before giving you the desktop for login, it loads several other software which is required for you to log in. In Windows also, it loads, they have their own kernel, they have their own piece of software for login, they have their own piece of architecture to boot up the system. They have their own piece of architecture for the hardware, for the drivers. So when everything's are up, everything's are working fine, everything is loaded, then they will give you a software which helps you in login. So this happens just maybe 10 seconds or 20 seconds max to max. What are all things I have explained just now. So within that second fraction of time, it boots up. So if somebody is having Windows XP, if somebody is having Windows 7 and his processor is little bit old, he might be able to see the delay in that. But if you don't have that, if you have Windows 11 and maybe i5, i7 generation, i7, and there are several generation in that as well. So it'll happen, everything happens in a fraction of a second. So you will not be able to see the things, that how it's happening. Okay. So now we have a login screen. When you log in into the window, after logging in, Windows has already been told that when we log in, you have to load with the different softwares. Explorer.exe is a different software piece of software Windows has, and there are several software at starting point which Windows has decided to run, and according to customer also or according to user also, it has been decided to run at the boot time. Sorry, at the startup time. So all those softwares are going to run immediately after you log in. Okay, and when every piece of software is up, then your desktop is up. Then you see that you have your desktop, you have your all your icons. You see, somebody knows about the task manager here. What is task manager? I'm not going to ask. I will give you an experiment. You can go ahead and do that. You just go to the task manager and you find it out, explorer.exe application. You just right click on that and do the end task. You will see that you don't have your desktop now. Your desktop is gone. And if you close the explorer.exe window or the task manager, sorry, not explorer.exe, after closing the task manager also, you will have your black screen. You will not be able to see anything at all. Even though if you press Windows button, you will not see anything, because the application which is going to give you a desktop is not running. You have just not killed it. So I can tell you the process how to make it again working, or you can restart the PC. It will automatically load and it will work normally. I hope that gives a little bit of basic information about how the boot process works in Windows. Okay, so for today I think that's it. For tomorrow, we'll once again go ahead with the same PPT, and maybe if we have time, we'll go ahead with the installation of Linux as well. But yes, along with the installation, we'll understand several things. Okay, so let me pause this recording.